Something I was thinking about recently is the episode Castle, where each of the main five got to decorate the castle with their own personal touches. And when those five personal touches were combined, the entire thing was a mess. But which of the main five did the best job at decorating, and which one's styles work together? And this all comes down to what is the mood you want to set for your lifestyle. Rarity's selection of using gemstones and glamour and fanciness to decorate the castle works best in a formal situation or for anyone who's a stereotypical girl. Rarity's decorations are the style that most typical girls would typically use if we were to follow the stereotype of what everybody thinks all girls are. And while that stereotype isn't true, and the other four represent other personalities girls can have also, Rarity's is the style choice that you would see if you bought any dollhouse from any children's toy department. If you went into any little girl's toy aisle and bought accessories for her dolls, you would end up with what Rarity put in that castle. Rarity is decorating the way you see on decoration shows, on reality TV, on educational channels, on do-it-yourself channels. Rarity is decorating the way you see with Martha Stewart and all these other countless decorate your house, win a prize competitions and whatnot. She's decorating the glamorous and divine and fashionable and trendy, and that works by itself. It doesn't work in combination with the other styles. Applejack's rustic farm style with the down-to-earth feel and the whole outdoorsy thing going on is also a popular decorating choice for people who like that rustic style. Rustic is a perfectly acceptable form of decorating your house. You can go to lots of furniture stores and find a rustic country section, and lots of people love this style. Typically for cabins, houses out in the middle of the woods, people who live out in the country or who like that country feel. It's not something you typically bring into the middle of the city. You would sooner see this style out in Kansas than you would up in New York City or Philadelphia. Kind of thing that you do when you own a house, not when you own an apartment. But the country style meshes very well with Fluttershy's animal style, letting loose of pigs and chickens and cows and things and bears and various bunnies and rodents and so forth, blends together very well with the country fences and bales of hay and quilts and stuff. All of Applejack's flowers and trees and plants and stuff match together very well with Fluttershy's birdhouses and birds and so forth. And while keeping live pets in a person's house is typically an acceptable practice, it's certainly not a decorating feature. Anyone who wants animals as part of their decor would typically get fake animals, something stuffed or taxidermied or made out of some kind of synthetic material, sculptures perhaps, or maybe stuffed animals or paper ones or wood carvings or something of that nature. But the presence of pigs not only works in Fluttershy's favor, but also Applejack's, since, farm animals are found on a farm and they are animals. It's the woodland critters that detracts from the farm atmosphere and makes it more of a forest decor. And even if I were to have all of those animals as pets, they would probably be caged as opposed to running around loose in the house. Much more sensible animal decor solution would be to have gotten sculptures instead of live critters. And if you had to have pets, narrow it down to a ferret and a couple of kittens and some goldfish and whatever's sensible to have within your pet budget, and to not overdo it like some kind of old cat lady who hoards cats, mostly because of the smell and the uncleanliness of it. Now, Rainbow Dash, she had a sports theme, which is another theme that I've seen a lot of people decorate with, filling the place with trophies and posters and sports memorabilia. I could easily see her building a gym with like exercise equipment and putting in footballs and soccer balls and all this kind of stuff. It would end up looking more like a man cave or the YMCA or something of that nature, but it is a perfectly acceptable decorating style. And I think sports is something that people like to celebrate, which is why it goes well with Pinkie Pie's party style. Putting up the streamers and the balloons, it's very Super Bowl, very college football, very Notre Dame, very World Series. There's a sort of celebration and party atmosphere to putting up balloons all over your house and streamers and making noise and throwing confetti when your team wins and sitting down with your buddies having nachos and stuff. And that's where Pinkie Pie would come in with her party cannons and help liven up the sports room. But I don't see the decorating styles working together in combinations greater than 2 at once. I would have to sit down and watch some home decorating shows to get a better feel for the styles of the different characters, but let me know in the comments section below what decorating styles you would put together and what works and what doesn't work in combination to each other. Thank you for watching and good night.